Hey everyone, I'm at the Academy Games booth at Gen Con 2019, and I'm joined by Gunter. Gunter, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How's the show been for you?
You know what? Gen Con is always fantastic. I mean, we love seeing all of our fans from all over the world, and so it's just a fun time to see those same faces and also meet a bunch of great new people.
It's definitely a big meeting point to see all your old friends. I totally agree with you. Spent time with everyone. It's been fantastic. Now,
And see all the great games everybody is coming out with.
exactly. Now, speaking of great games, perfect segue, by the way. You've got some goodies to show us, right?
Yeah, I do.
Awesome. Let's get started.
So, our first game I'm showing you is our One Small Step game. Now, this is on pre-order now. You can go to academygames.com to check out the pre-order. And this is our next Euro game. So here, it's a worker placement, but it's a team worker placement. You play on a 1 to 2 player team against another 1 to 2 player team. It is the only team worker placement game that we know of. So what you're doing, you actually have two different types of workers. You have engineer workers and administrator workers. And each player on your team controls a pair of either one. On your turns, we have to decide which one of us is going to place on a worker next. And when you place on a space, the effect of the space changes depending on which type of worker you place. So you're not only blocking your opponents from taking an action, you're also blocking your teammate from using the alternative action in the future. So that's where all the team strategy comes in. You're doing all this to collect resources and to launch missions that progresses you on the moon path to eventually land on the moon. So it's a great Euro engine builder.
In terms of complexity, how complex would you say this one is?
Well, there's both a beginner and an advanced game version. So the beginner is probably more on, let's say, a light midweight Euro. And then the advanced version very much makes a midweight Euro. Yep.
So it looks like we've got a few modes just to accommodate everyone, regardless of your...
when you're first learning the game, and then when you're familiar with the mechanics, you get to play the advanced mode. That adds some really cool mechanics.
Fantastic. Now, you've got one more game to show us, I believe. So let's take a step over. We're going to go to Agents of Mayhem. And
This is a game set in the Saints Row franchise. It's one of the offshoot titles. And in this game, you're either playing as Legion, a league of supervillains who have taken over the world, or you play as Mayhem, a bunch of anti-heroes who do whatever it takes to stop Legion. So you play a tactical skirmish board game on this beautiful 3D board made of these multi-level buildings. Really quick back-forth gameplay. You have awesome superpowers that you can customize your characters with, and also buildings are fully destructible. You just flip a building over when you do damage to it, remove these posts really easily. They screw into each other. It's hard to do with one hand, though. So unscrews real easily and screws it in. Creates really stable buildings that don't fall apart during play. But you can destroy buildings, go in them for cover. Some really interesting, dynamic, tactical gameplay with awesome, over-the-top, sometimes humorous superpowers.
and when can we expect to see this one available for retail?
So it'll be first available this fall.
Okay.
So you can go to academygames.com for more information. And yeah, we have a great product line with some cool expansion characters you can get. And it's a great just franchise with a lot of humor. We also have a solo expansion available for it that lets you play solo or play with a teammate against an AI.
That's fantastic. And I'm sure it follows some of the absurdity that comes with the Saints Row franchise, right?
Yeah. It has a little bit of parody on the superhero archetypes, like the villain who likes to have the monologues. Like one of the main characters is Dr. Babylon, and they jokingly call him D-Babs because he just babbles. So, they play, and there's a lot of other humor. Every mission has a nice comic book intro that really brings out the characters and the story and the humor of the game.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for showing this to me.
Yeah.
And I believe we've got a few more things that you can talk about, correct?
Yeah, so I would want to plug our next Kickstarter, which will be this fall for our Battle Royale Flick to the Death, which is a dexterity tactical combat game. So keep an eye on that. You could go to academygames.com to sign up for our mailing list to be informed when that Kickstarter starts. And early next year, we'll be launching our Stellaris board game Kickstarter. So that is a 4X board game based off the very popular Stellaris video game by Paradox Games. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Looking forward to all these new games. And
I know. We've been busy.
Yeah, Gunter, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, it's great talking to you,
yes,
too.
so definitely check out the games that are being shown by Academy Games if you can. And definitely keep an eye out for those upcoming Kickstarters. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, and everybody, have a safe end of Gen Con, a safe trip home if you're coming back from it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.